Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jonna. This is Jonna OMG. Today I'll be reviewing Married to Medicine season 10. This is episode 14 and the reunion, child, because I missed last week. Work was chaotic. Time got away from me, but we are back. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a big hug. I missed you. So this episode is all about the Met Gala. So let's go ahead and get right on into this review. So they're still at Hilton Head, South Carolina. Everyone's doing their own little activities. So Simone, Jackie, Heavenly were trying to give Alicia advice, some tips that I don't think I would abide by, but that's just me. But anyway, that's probably why I'm single, but anyway. So of course they told her that she needs to have her own bank account in this marriage that he doesn't know anything about. I agree with that. But then she also needs to like order takeout and just like put it in the pots and pans and act like she made it and get somebody else to do the laundry and fold the clothes and iron his clothes for him, but then pretend that she does. And I'm like, I'm not going through all those lengths. And I'm just not fabricating all this stuff in my marriage. Like this dude that hopefully whoever I marry, he's just gonna have to help out. There's no way that I, as the woman, am doing all the heavy lifting. Like he's gonna have to know how to cook as well. Like I'm not doing everything myself. Like I believe in true partnership. But anyway, so in celebration of their 10-year friend anniversary, and we are on season 10 as well, they decided to have a little disco night. So everybody's in some form of like silver or gold, and everybody looked great. Sweet Tea had to kind of adjust her outfit a little bit because her jumpsuit did not fit her, girl. It just boobs are falling all over the place everywhere which way. So she had to put on a whole nother shirt, and I noticed that. But anyway, I'm not riding her too hard on her fashions because this is her first season. I think once she watches the show back and realize what works for her and what doesn't work for her, I think she will improve as further seasons go. I think so. I hope so. So they're at their last dinner in Hilton Head, and they were just reflecting on all the moments, all the different couples trips that they've had previously, and just the joy that and some of the anger that they had surrounding them. So it was just kind of a reflection period, but everybody was really grateful that the couples trips were in effect. So Simone asked the question to the group, like, who has ever said to their spouse, I want a divorce? Raise your hand. And y'all hands shot up, including Toya and Eugene, which actually surprised me because I could see Toya shooting her hand up, but not Eugene. But both of them raised their hand. And but anyway, they were all sharing all their love for all the couples in the trip. So overall, it was a good trip. But all I could think about though was, does Phaedra really fit into this group of women? Like, I do think Phaedra is better on Housewives because she's just really a shady girl at heart. And these women are just, they just don't fit. They don't fit. I don't think, well, let me take it back. I don't think she's a good fit for Married to Medicine. So we're back in Atlanta. So the ladies are going to be throwing a Med Gala, specifically Jackie, Heavenly, and Phaedra, which is a play on the Met Gala. I was really excited to see all the ladies' dresses. They disappointed me though, so we won't even talk about the fashions. So Toya and Eugene are over Simone and Cecil. So Toya plans on donating Kendall Jackson wine. But I guess Jackie and Heavenly had asked all the ladies to donate $1,000 so they can be sponsors of the Med Gala. Toya doesn't want to give the $1,000. She's saying instead of the $1,000, I'll just donate the Kendall Jackson wine. But I do have questions about this because my first initial question was, did Kendall Jackson send you the cases of wine for free, meaning you paid nothing to them? If that is the case, you should still give your $1,000 as a sponsor of the event. If you had to pay for the Kendall Jackson wine, cases of wine, I still think you should have paid your $1,000 as a sponsor of the event because I'm just like, girl, everybody is putting it together. A donation is just that, a donation. It does not subset the $1,000 you're supposed to give as a sponsor. So it's the day of the Met Gala, and Toya's on FaceTime with Anila. And when did her and Anila become cool again? Because I remember on last reunion, there was some speculation that Toya had something to do with Anila's break-in, but I didn't remember them mending those fences at all, but maybe I missed it or maybe I just don't remember. But apparently they cool. Toya said she gonna come pick Anila up and everything. I'm like, okay, well, I guess they patched things up. And Anila not cool with Quad no more, so I guess they patched things up. Like I said, I wasn't crazy about any one of the ladies' dresses. I think so. Out of everybody, Simone did the better job. However, I did discuss their reunion looks on my TikTok, so y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check that out, okay? But Toya came to the event with the wine, but she ain't pay a thing, y'all. And then she had the nerve to set up a banner of herself in the middle of the event. I'm like, this girl is crazy. And then gonna tell Jackie that everybody drinking her wine, child. I'm like, girl, so you rubbing it in everybody's face that you didn't pay that money. But you know, Heavenly is not gonna miss an opportunity to be messy. So she said on the mic, she grabbed the mic from Jackie first of all. She said, I want to thank the sponsors, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone, Phaedra. And then gonna have the nerve to bust out Toya, and she was like, well, Toya, Toya didn't pay a thing. And I was like, oh Lord have mercy. Like, why did you bust Toya out in this building in front of everybody that she didn't pay as a sponsor? I thought it was tacky for Toya not to pay for sure. However, it was also tacky for Heavenly to bust that girl out like that. Like, it was just rude. I didn't like it. I'm like, call her out for sure, but like in the middle of the event, I didn't like it. And Eugene didn't like it. And I'm rocking with Eugene. But child, Toya walks out, Quad walks in. And who invited Quad? That was the question of the night. How did Quad get here? Who told her about it? So Dr. G and Quad were in the same room, and Sweet Tea came over and hugged Quad. And I don't know why she did that. I was like, okay, whatever. But and then Dr. Greg was over there, and Quad asked Sweet Tea could she hug Greg's neck, and Sweet Tea was like, you gotta ask him that, girl. Like Greg said he didn't mind, but I was like, I don't even know why you wanted to hug him. But anyway, it was so awkward. Like, I even feel awkward watching it on TV. Like, it was just really weird between them. Like, Greg said if he never had to see Quad again, this all right with him. But guess who didn't accompany their wife to the Met Gala, y'all? Yep, you guessed it, Curtis. Guess what Curtis was? It's almost a joke at this point because Curtis was in DR, and I just don't have any other words for this back-to-back trips to DR with Curtis. Like, I can't say anything else about it. It's annoying me. So let's go ahead and move right on into part one of this reunion. So we are here. I did discuss the looks on TikTok, as I mentioned earlier, so y'all go ahead and check out my TikTok. But first on the chopping block is Phaedra. So first they talk about how Phaedra was cool with Quad the first couple of episodes, but then she changed her fight because she didn't want to ride with the girl to Napa Valley, and Quad just felt like Phaedra ditched her to be cool with the other ladies, and she did. She was like, why would I attach myself to the Titanic? Like, Quad, you were a sinking ship, girl, like, and I was not going down with you, like. But quite frankly, I don't think Quad and Phaedra are really that cool anyway. Like, I think it was easy for Phaedra to just go ahead and leave the girl high and dry. But everyone agreed that Phaedra was indeed messy for bringing Quad to that girl bachelorette party. Which I kept saying, like, Phaedra, you was wrong for that. Like, Quad was like, well, I mean, that was the only time that all the ladies were together. Girl, bull. Like, please. They were all together at Toya's wine event when she had the little tasting of the wine. So you could have came to that. You didn't have to come to Sweet Tea's bachelorette party. So stop. So next on the chopping block is Toya. And y'all, Toya is really doubling down on the fact that she did not give the $1,000 as a sponsor for the Met Gala. Like, turns out that she didn't even pay for the wine at all. Kendall Jackson gave her the cases of wine, but she says that they only give her so many cases a month or a year or something. So she's probably going to have to pay for future cases later on down the year. But like, girl, who cares? Like, I still think you should have paid the $1,000. Like, the wine was a donation. Of course, they asked Heavenly, was the Met Gala the appropriate place to bust Toya out? And she was like, probably not, but I also don't do things that are appropriate anyway. But I'm like, girl, that's not an excuse. Like, you should have apologized for something that was wrong of you. But, and I mean, set her right. Like, I wanted her to call Toya out, but I didn't think she needed to call her out at the event. She could have just called her out with the rest of the ladies. And on the mic at that. Next up, we have Jackie. And of course, they spotlight all the work that she's been doing in her profession. But I'm so glad that they brought up the comments that Jackie made in 2020. So Jackie was apparently saying that Black women were just like so dramatic and how we cry wolf all the time, which is contradictory to what she's saying when she was meeting with Vice President Kamala Harris, talking about how Black women are not believed in medical professions, and that's why we have a high mortality rate when it comes to childbirth. So I was like, okay, so your comments are contradictory to each other. And yeah, she got emotional. I just wasn't believing it though, y'all. Like, I didn't actually see any tears come down. She said she was in pain though. She received a lot of hate messages, a lot of hate mail, which I agree. I know how social media can probably be ruthless when you're in the spotlight, but I do wish she would have explained more on why she said those comments on Heavenly's YouTube. I want to know why you said that and how you changed your tune now. So next up we have Miss Quad. Quad did take some accountability this time around. She did apologize for the stuff she said about Toya last season, but she didn't really apologize for accusing Toya of breaking into Anila's house. That's what I would have wanted an apology for, but anyway, she did apologize. Toya semi received the apology. They talk about how Quad thinks friendship is kind of like a one-way street, but it goes both ways. Like, Quad wants everybody to reach out to her and check on her, but she doesn't do any of that to any of the other ladies. And so that's why I'm saying, like, Simone got heated about it. She was like, I checked on you when tragedy happened at your house. Like, I reached out to you to make sure you okay, but you don't do that to anybody else in this group. And she doesn't. Like, even Jackie said, you know, when I was receiving all this hate mail and hate messages and stuff about the comments, you didn't reach out at all to say anything. And she was like, you know, I didn't. I was going through my own things at the time. And I guess Heavenly had told Quad that now is not a good time to reach out to Jackie. So therefore she didn't. So Quad and Jackie kind of had a little moment at the end. They were breaking for lunch. So Quad was just hurt because she was upset that Jackie would think that Quad was behind the comments coming out, resurfacing rather. Quad said she had nothing to do with that, and she couldn't believe that Jackie would think that she had something to do with that. And Jackie was telling her straight up, like, girl, basically, I don't know you. I mean, she ain't saying like that, but she was like, I don't know what's going on in your life, Quad. Like, we're not connected well enough to know that you're not capable of something like that. So that was pretty much the end of part one. I think it's gonna end up going to part three for some reason. I don't think it needs to. Maybe hopefully just part two. But they are gonna bring out the husbands, and Apollo's gonna show up. Child, I don't know what he got to contribute to the show. Like, he ain't been here at all season. Like, I know you Phaedra's ex-husband, but you're not in the medical field. Why are you here? I mean, Phaedra isn't either, but anyway. But that was pretty much the end. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.